Triple G is back in conversation, as this past weekend's fight against Ryan Garcia and Luke Campbell, Oscar De La Hoya mentioned a potential fight with Jaime Munguia and Triple G for a Cinco de Mayo event, and they are trying to make it happen. What's happening? I am your host, Nice, and welcome to the Fight Room. If you're not a subscriber, make sure you do for the latest boxing news, feedback, and entertainment. Oscar De La Hoya is talking to Tom Loeffler. We all know that is the promoter for Triple G, and they are talking and they are trying to make this fight a possibility for Cinco de Mayo. And what I think about this fight, it is a good fight for Triple G, and of course for Jaime Munguia. Now, Jaime Munguia, of course, is a Mexican young fighter contender at the 154-pound division. Now, he moved up to the middleweight division at the 160-pound, and they're trying to make this fight happen. My thoughts on this fight is a good fight for both candidates. We all know Triple G has been somewhat vulnerable in his last bouts, but, you know, he's getting older, and Jaime Munguia is just getting better and stronger as he's maturing. Now, it is a dangerous fight for Triple G and likewise for Jaime Munguia. Jaime Munguia has not fought the likes of Triple G, biggest test of his career. For Triple G, Jaime Munguia is also dangerous because we've seen Triple G recently and we can see that he's getting older. And, you know, he still has the power though. He looked good in the last fight, but, you know, he needs to step up in his competition. He wants his name to stay in the division and keep ringing bells. And why not take on a fighter like Jaime Munguia? Now, we all know that it's been talked before of Triple G fighting a fighter of the likes of Demetrius Andrade, which is a great fighter and a dangerous fighter for Triple G. That hasn't been talked about with Eddie Hearn or with the bout with Billy Joe Saunders. But this is a good fight for both candidates and is potentially going to be made for Cinco de Mayo. Now, my thoughts on it, man, good fight though. Great fight if it does happen. You know, it has a potential to be great. You know, Munguia is a good combination puncher. You know, he had a few controversial wins before, but, you know, still a good fighter. He lacks defense at times. You know, he gets tagged often a lot, and he leaves himself open. But, you know, he's growing and getting better. You know, he's young, and he does have potential to become a great Mexican star, and probably the next one, you know, for the Mexican people. And, you know, for Triple G, of course, we know he's a great counterpuncher. He packs that power, and he's an offensive beast. So for Jaime, man, he's going to have to, you know, work on that defense and make sure he uses that footwork against a monster like Triple G, you know, because Triple G, man, he still has it, you know, and it's definitely a dangerous fight for Jaime Munguia. Triple G is packing power still, looks phenomenal still. You know, he's getting older, yes, but he still looks great, and I think that he still has that power that he always possessed, and should be an interesting fight. Now, Jaime is the younger fighter, of course, 24 years old, and Triple G's 38. That's a 14-year difference. You know, Triple G's been active for 14 years as a fighter. Jaime Munguia has only been a 7-year pro, and a big difference factor there. But, you know, Jaime Munguia is coming up. You know, he's getting better. He's hungry, and he seems that he wants to fight the very best. He also wants to fight Canelo Alvarez, but we all know that Canelo has stated before that he doesn't want to fight any Mexican fighters, which to me is kind of bogus. You know, if you want to become the best, you should just fight anyone, even your own people. You know, Puerto Rican fighters have fought their own. You know, of course, all African Americans fight their own. Canelo needs to stop that, and he needs to fight his own. You know, we got Benavidez, that's American Mexican, and then, you know, you got Gilbert Ramirez, that's with Top Rank, good fighter as well. We haven't seen them for a while. And, you know, Munguia himself, so he needs to step that game up. Not taking nothing away from Canelo, but he just needs to fight his own, because there are great fighters still coming up in his weight class, and they're trying to make a name for themselves, and he needs to give them an opportunity to claim kingship, you know. But that's another story. Now, Triple G's last fight was with Camille Zarameta. It was a one-sided fight, man. The young man didn't have anything, honestly, you know. And it was actually a shame, man, that they put that young man with a monster like Triple G. and kind of destroyed his career like that. But, you know, that's another story. Dazn had to do what they had to do to make Triple G look like that monster that he was. So that's another, you know, factor that you need to think about. You know, he definitely needs a name in the division now, and Jaime Munguia is a good name for him right now. You already know it is your boy Nice. Like, comment, subscribe. Till then, most of all, don't forget, share the fight room.